I actually already recorded this video, but the quality was really not good enough, so I have to repeat it, which is a shame because I did really well. Hey everyone, there's Attackers and I'm back with yet another video for Death Valley. Now I hear you say, but you already made 2 videos. Yes, I did. The first video was with the print and play version, which was in black and white. And the second version that I just published a few weeks ago, but only with the base game. But now I heard that people would like to see also the expansion. So what I will do, today I will play with the Panamint City Expansion. Well, let's see how well I will do today. So, before I will set up the game, let me just show you something. So, give me a second. Alright, so the expansion, this is just more cards. And what you usually do is you shuffle those in here. And then you will randomly select specific hazard types. But I want to show you the entire expansion. So what I will do is I will shuffle all of these in. I will shuffle these now here. And then I will randomly draw cards that I will remove. So let's see. Let's start from here. So the sun will be removed, the water, this, the sun is fine, this here, and 2 more mountains, this one and this one. And now you see we have 3 mountains, a sun, animal, and water from the base game. These will be removed from the game. And we will shuffle these in. And these all give new effects. And also new other star ratings and everything, new mechanics. So that's going to be pretty exciting, I think. Alright, so let me just set everything up. As you know, the setup is very minimal for Death Valley. Alright, and that's already the setup. So I will just start. This will be my row for the journey here. Oh no, wait. Put that there. Alright, so I will start. Plus 2 points for each water in your journey and scrapbook. That could be pretty good, actually. If we would go for some water, I think I'm going to take that. Let's see what we can do with that. All right. So the AI will just take the water here. Then it's my turn again. Another sun. When checking if you bust, ignore suns on cards adjacent to this card. That would be great because then that sun doesn't count anymore. So let's also take that. So the AI will take this card here because usually it would give it to me because I would bust, but I don't bust because of that effect here. So that's why the AI will take the sun. Alright, so there we have the first water. At the end of the game, you may swap this card with any hidden card in your scrapbook. That's not too helpful, right? So let's just take this card and hope it's something good. Vultures, these are also new. When your opponent busts, you may choose a card that will be shuffled into the deck and hide it underneath this card. Interesting. And then you get plus 1 point per card hidden underneath this card. So we need to get the opponent to bust. And then we can actually hide cards under here and get some points. That is pretty cool. That's a pretty cool mechanic. So the AI will not take the water because it already has one. So it will take the top card here, which is a mountain. And I will take another card from here, which is another sun. Plus 2 points if this is the leftmost or rightmost card in its row. We could actually save that to our scrapbook. Because then it would give us 2 points. 2 points flat. That wouldn't be too bad, right? And also we could also save the vultures because I really like the vultures. Alright, well the opponent will take the top card here again. Another water. So we could now make the opponent bust. But then again, we need to be careful because we could also bust. So I will probably make the opponent bust a little bit later. I will first save the vultures. I will save that to my scrapbook here. And I will hide cards underneath. I think I don't want to do the water thing anymore. So do I want to hide more cards? I mean, that's plus 1 point each, right? because this would give us 2 points. So let's take this card here and hide it underneath. And another one. I think I like this one here with the suns, and I want to keep that for now too. So let's keep it this way. All right, the opponent will give this to us because it would bust the AI, so we'll give it to us. That was the end of the game, that we can swap the cards. That's not that interesting. All right, it's my turn. Plus 3 points if this card is adjacent to an animal. Well, we could also take that and save it down here. I think there are only 3 animal cards in the deck, so there aren't too many. So we could actually do that. That's another 3 points. Wouldn't be too bad. So you know what? I'm going to take this and hope the AI doesn't bust us. So the AI already has a mountain, so we'll take a card from here. Let me just put it there. So let me pull those down a little bit so we know where the AI's cards are. Like this, I think it should work quite well. All right. So it has 2 suns already. We can't bust it yet. Well, you know what? I'm not going to bust the AI yet. I will save this card also to my scrapbook like this. Okay, the AI will take this card here, which is another mountain. And now we could bust the AI. And I think that's what I would do. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to give this, because we play with the backseat driver variant always when we play solo, which means that we can also take the card that's here and add it to the other player, or in this case to the AI. When I do that, it busts because of 3 mountains. So now this card is removed. So I will just remove that from the game. And these would all be shuffled back into the deck. But now I can choose one of those and put this underneath this card. And I think it's quite hard to gamble for that here. And I don't want the AI to get this card later on. So I'm just going to take this and put it underneath the vultures. And the rest will be shuffled back into the deck. And I think this way it's pretty good. Oh, the vultures are great. If I keep busting the AI, I can really rack up a few points. Not too many, but a few. I mean, I already got 2 points here, right? That's not too bad. And 3 points for that one. So that's not too bad. All right. The AI will just take this card here. Plus 3 points if this card is adjacent cards on both ends left and right. That could also be good for me, but I don't have it now. A sun would not bust me because I have that card here, right? So this card doesn't count. After your action, you may swap 2 cards in your journey. Oh. That's not too bad. I could swap that in here, and so it still wouldn't bust. Right? But I think I'm going to take one from here and see if I get something good here. Plus 1 point for every 2 stars in your journey. I don't like that too much. Because now the problem is the AI sees that I would bust with the sun, and it will give that sun to me. Alright, so the rightmost card, now I would bust. The rightmost card here will be removed from the game, and all of that will be shuffled into the deck. Okay. Well, that was unlucky that I drew a sun there, but well, that's the way it is. Okay, now it's my turn. Plus 2 points for each water in your Journey and Scrapbook. Well, we don't have any water yet. We can wait for that. Let's draw this card. Plus 2 points. Well, it doesn't matter. Because, you see, now I have 3 animals. So I bust again. So this card will be removed. Alright, it's the AI's turn. The AI will just take this card. But I think now there are no more animals here in the deck. So I think we should be fine with regarding busting with these 2 cards. Plus 1 point for every 2 cards in your journey. This could give quite a few points, right? Plus these 2. I will take that. The AI will not take the water card. It will take this card here. Plus 3 points for every 2 hidden cards underneath cards adjacent to this card. Oh, this besides the vultures would be great. But I can't put it there. So, yeah. Plus 1 point for each type of hazard in your scrapbook. I only have 1 type of hazard, so it doesn't really make too much sense yet. Your other water cards do not score points from the stars and abilities. Oh, that's bad. I don't want that. That's a new one too, I think. I don't want that. So the AI will take this card here. It has 2 suns already, so let's try to bust it soon. And I don't want this card either. Well, let's draw another card. Plus 4 points if this card is exactly in the center of its row. Wow, that's a lot of points. Alright, the AI's turn. The AI will take this card here. And now it will bust because 3 suns. So that sun... Oh, you can't see it too well. I just realized. Sorry about that. So this card would now bust the AI. So this one will be removed from the game. And these will be shuffled back into the deck. But I received one of them for my vultures again. That's another point for me. So let's see. This one could give quite a few points for me, but not for the AI. So I will not remove that. Because essentially when I put one down here, it is removed from the game, right? So that's not bad. For each 2 hidden cards underneath this card adjacent to this card, that's not really going to help me too much. So I'm going to remove this one and put it under the vultures. Okay. And we're soon done. There's only 5 cards left in the deck. So the game will not be much longer. And at the moment I do have quite a few points. I have 6 points down here and 7 points up here. That's pretty good. So it's my turn again. I still don't want this card. Do I want to save anything? No, I don't. So I'm just gonna draw a card. Super Bloom. Plus 2 points for each water in your Journey and Scrapbook. Well, and now we could have that water there, right? But I don't want this card here. I need to remove this card somehow. Alright, the AI will just take this card here. Then it's my turn. What I'm thinking, I would somehow I would like to bust if possible. Because I don't want this card here. But then again, I do have quite a few points, right? I could bust because of a mountain. We have already removed 1 mountain, and there are 5 in the game. There are 2 here, and I put 2 there. So there are no more mountains here in the deck. So I cannot bust, so I'm just going to draw a card. At the end of the game, you may swap this card with any hidden card in your scrapbook. Okay, that could help. And you can't see it here because it's way to the right, so let me just put it here. But it's part of the journey here, right? Okay, and the AI will then take this card, give it to me. And this card then is added to my journey here, will be removed, and these will be shuffled back onto the deck. And then it's my turn again. Alright. Plus 2 points for each water in your Journey in Scrapbook. Let me take this one first. Plus 1 point for every 2 cards in your journey. Alright, so let's just collect cards. This one will go to the AI. Your other water cards do not score points. I don't want that, so I'm gonna draw a card here. Plus 1 point for every 2 stars in your journey. Sounds good. So far, those 2 give me a few points. The AI will take this card here. Plus 1 point for each hidden card in your scrapbook. Well, that would be good for me. And then I will draw... Well, I don't want this card here. Well, it would give me 3 points, right? It's because the game is over after I take a card and the AI, as long as it doesn't bust. Then the game is over and I get these 3 points. And I don't have any other water cards, so it doesn't matter. So you know what? I'm going to take this card. And the AI will then take this card here, which is a mountain, and it does not bust. Alright, and then that's the end of the game because there's only 1 card left to draw. So that's it. Sorry for the minute or 2 where you couldn't see the cards, all of them, but that should be fine now. Alright, so we are done. And now we will calculate our points. So let me put that right there. So we have AI and we have Sir Thakos, which is me. All right, so let's count all the points. So that's 1, 2, 4 stars for the AI. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and also all the points here. The effect doesn't matter, so it's just 1, 3, 4, 8 more points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 12 points. That's a lot. Let's hope that I can get to 12 points too, or even more better. That's not the easiest score to beat. So let's see. I get 2, 4, 7 points here. Well, that's pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plus 1 point for every 2 cards in your journey. That's 1 point for 3 cards. Plus 1 point for every 2 stars in your journey. We have 7 points, so that's another 3 points. 1, 2, 3. I got 11 points now, so I should be able to make that. Then this one gives me plus 1 point for each card hidden. That's 3 hidden cards. That's another 3 points. 1, 2, 3. And then we also have 3 points here if this card is adjacent to an animal, which it is. So another 3 points. 1, 2, 3. Great. So the AI has 12 points and I have 17. So yes, that was a good game again. I was actually able to beat the AI. The other video I recorded, which you won't be able to see because the quality is just too bad, I won even better. I think 18-8 or something like that. But this was pretty good score too. 17-12. That's pretty good. So you see the expansion, the Panamint City Expansion. It doesn't change up the gameplay at all, which is great. I love expansions that don't change gameplay too much, but add more variety or just add more tactical finesse, so to speak. And just this Vultures card gave me 3 points. And that Vultures card is part of the Panamint City Expansion. So you see there definitely was a different tactic. So there are some quite interesting cards. Also that one that lets me swap a card at the end with a hidden card in my scrapbook. So you see there are quite a lot of new tactics that can be employed when playing with the expansion. So if you don't have the game yet and you decide to get it at some point, I would highly suggest you also get the Panamint City Expansion. This adds just, I think, 6 more cards, but it's quite a different layer of tactics. All right. If you're still watching, thank you very much for doing so. I hope you enjoyed this little playthrough of another Death Valley. That will probably be the last video for now for Death Valley because I played the regular game and also the expansion. But I will start recording more Button Shy games that are already recorded just with the expansions since quite a few of you actually asked for that. Alright, thank you very much for watching and I will see you in the next video. Take care everyone and cheers.